Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This was a long time coming. It's about time that we're getting on with the job quest, and here we are with the level 80 Black Mage. So we're back in Udall, dressed in our brand new clothing, which looks spectacular. I don't know, I guess I'm just saving like the best outfits for last. And I love the staff too. It's probably one of the most elaborate ones that we've seen so far. It's even spinning even when it's not being drawn and used in battle. Anyway, the quest is called A Home for a Tome. Lalai is eager to hear tell of your recent adventures. Oh, I'm sure she is. Welcome back to these halls, Claire of the Black. I sense the dark powers in you are ever burgeoning. Pray tell, what have your travels taken you since last we met? I fell the great mage in battle. Oh, I'm sure she'll love the story. A journey to another world, you say? Intriguing indeed. Consider me impressed, and even a little envious. How you were able to peer into the past of the Archmage Nailbird and form a bond across the ages with his young friend Tainor. Though the circumstances are not entirely the same, I cannot help but think back to my own encounter with the great Shatoto. Speaking of which, I too have been keeping myself occupied, while I have recorded every detail we learned on our last adventure in writing, that we might preserve Shatoto's knowledge for posterity, and avert any similar calamity that may threaten future generations. Just the other day, I put the finishing touches on the final chapter of the final volume, concluding with Shatoto's departure. There is, however, one lingering... Well, fancy that! I came to check up on Lalai here, and who do I find but our old friend Claire? Oh, it's you! Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite mutton-headed hearer, I need neither your support nor your sympathy, but I suppose you've never been one to let that stop you. Come now, Lalai, you yourself mentioned that you were at a loss as to what to do with the records you had scribed, yes? I simply hope to inquire as to whether there have been many fruitful developments on that front. So you mean to rub salt in my wounds, yes? There have been no developments, fruitful or otherwise. I consulted with my brothers and sisters in the Order of Nathal, but to the last man they refused to even entertain the thought. You consulted with... Do you mean to say that you are still a member of the Order? Why, I had always assumed that you had been excommunicated for your pursuit of the dark arts. Excommunicated, simply for the pursuit of knowledge? Perish the thought! Though, to be fair, there are many holier-than-thou types in the Order who share this pig-headed hero's opinion. Irrespective of this, the fact remains that the Order sealed away countless tomes in their vaults when they forbid the art of black magic. Storing my own writings with them, I would argue, is the most logical option. But no, they are too prudish and prejudiced against yours truly to listen to reason. Then again, perhaps if a thaumaturge in good standing with the Order were to put in a good word on my behalf... You may indeed find a more sympathetic ear. What do you say, Claire? Okay, I'll do it. Excellent! Then let us return to the ossuary and see if we can't convince that insufferably stuffy Yayake to see good sense. A moment if you please, Claire. To tell the truth, the question of where to store her records is not the only matter that concerns me about Lalai of late. Recently, I cannot help but feel that the etheric power within her is shifting, warping in ways that I have not felt before. As for why this is, I cannot yet be sure. Until we discover more, pray look after her, will you? Okay, that's fine by me. Aw, but I think he cares. My apologies, but I believe it best that I remain here until your negotiations are complete. I shudder to think of the consequences if my colleagues at the Conjurers Guild found out I was conspiring with the likes of you and Lalai. Nothing personal, of course. No, we don't mind. But I always felt like there was something going on between him and Lalai. I mean, I don't think that they're secretly seeing each other behind everyone's backs, but there's definitely a spark there. I mean, during the culinary quest, I can't help but reminded of this Makote cook and this little Lalafell girl, and who both really liked each other, almost a little too much. I swear, for a veteran of the Order, she has all the sense of a simpering child. Claire, this is an unexpected surprise, and not an entirely pleasant one, though it is by no fault of your own. The unmitigated gall of you, Lalai. Do you honestly believe that dragging poor Claire here, against her will no doubt, would convince me to agree to your housing your shameful scribblings of our archives? I have said it once and I will say it again. Until the day you renounce the deprived teachings of Kukuruka, you will find no friends here. I would see those books burn before I give them a home here, for our sake and for your own. I swear, despite that pretentious monocle, you remain as blind as a bat to the big picture. Claire of the Black, talk some sense into this overstuffed secretary. Do all in the Order agree with your decision? At least one of us here is capable of communicating like an adult. I will grudgingly admit that there is one other who shares Lalai's sentiments. In fact, it is none other than our very own guildmaster, Master Kokobi, or what was the name again? Kokobuki! Ha! It does not surprise me in the least. Come, Claire, let us present our case to someone wise enough to understand it. After all you have done for our guild, I felt you deserved an answer to your query, and so I gave you one, and yet I advise you to proceed with caution. Lalai has few allies here, and I would hate to see your pristine reputation sullied by association. Wow. What did Lalai do that was so bad? Been a long time. Who cares if everyone else in this place is an insufferable dunderhead? With the guildmaster himself on our side, the argument is as good as won. I was wondering who might be behind the screaming and stamping that echoed all the way to this chamber. Sister Lalai, was it? Yes, it is true. I find myself rather convinced by the young lady's argument. It is all but impossible for us to prevent any and all from studying the dark arts. Why then not keep this dangerous knowledge close at hand, where we keep an ever-watchful eye on those who would pursue it? And yet, I fear that my own view is not a popular one, and my power to influence the others is far from absolute. And so, I would offer a proposal. Let us state our case directly to the head of the Order, to Proprietress Dulala herself, that she might pass judgment. You and Lalai shall argue in favor of accepting the tomes, and those opposing shall argue against. Should all go well, the Proprietress will agree to the proposal, and the tomes will have a safe home. And yet the plan is not without risk. Should your argument be less than convincing, there remains a chance Dulala may expressly forbid any further research. Why, if she's in a particularly foul mood, your very place in the Order may suddenly become quite tenuous. As if there is a chance that my words could be anything but persuasive. I accept. Pray summon the Prioress at her earliest convenience. Well, that settles it. We must hurry and prepare our argument. Out of our enemy's earshot, of course. Come with me, Claire. For whatever it avails you, I shall voice my opinion in favor. No doubt Prelate Yayaka will take her place at the head of the opposition. On another matter, is Lalai quite all right? I couldn't help but sense the ether within her swirling in a most unusual fashion. Okay, so something is wrong with Lalai. Yeah, that's not good. For her, anyway. Lalai seems to be in unusually good spirits. I trust the negotiations went well, and yet something concerns me. This is our chance, Claire. We simply must convince the proprietress at all costs. The future of our art depends on it. What is this curious sensation? Lalai, I knew something was amiss. The ether within you is transforming in a most unusual way. I must admit, I had not felt quite myself lately. My head, it feels as heavy as stone. No, this will not do. I'm afraid I must insist that you submit to a full examination before the hearing commences. Lalai? Lalai, can you hear me? Someone fetch a healer, or a... Wait, that's me! This is no time for panicking, friend. We must carry her to the promontory with all speed. Wow, he does not work well under pressure, does he? Okay, did you calm down yet? What happened? I fear it's as I suspected. The etheric balance within her has broken down entirely, and unchecked energies are now eating away at her from within. I can only assume that playing host to Shatodo's memories has put a terrible strain on her, one from which she has yet to completely recover. Yes, it would seem that her mind and spirit are in mortal peril. I have never witnessed this degree of etheric imbalance before. I do not suppose you have. I saw a man transformed into an unholy abomination. I see. I can scarce imagine all you witnessed in your travels, but an imbalance of ether similar to what I now observe in Lalai would appear to be behind the phenomena you witnessed. If we can assume that the memories of Shatodo taking up residence in Lalai's corporeal form simulated her etheric flow, causing it to shift violently in an astral direction, then it only stands to reason we could restore balance by introducing a counteracting umbral aspect. By the 12, I think I've got it, and yet the process will not be quick, nor easy. I suppose we've no choice but to ask Master Kokobuki to delay the hearing. Delay the hearing? Have you lost what little wits you had? Why, if word got out that my condition was the result of my pursuit of the dark arts, it would all but seal Yayake's case against me. Aw, she's cute. No, we must proceed as planned before our opponents are the wiser. Claire, here's my magnum opus, the fruits of all we went through together. I leave them in your capable hands. Go on ahead and I will be along in due time. Are you mad? You can't possibly mean to attend the proceedings in your current condition. Of course not. Fortunately, I just happen to know a healer who, despite being an insufferably stick in the mud, has proven himself more than capable in the healing arts. Lalai. Very well, leave it to me. I will see that you are back on your feet before the judgment is rendered. Till then, I suppose it's up to Claire here. Godspeed, my friend. Oh, she looks so cute. And you know what? She looks just like Lamette. Ooh, maybe that's it. Maybe Lalai is this world's version of Lamette. That would explain a lot. And be somewhat ironic, actually, because, I mean, Lamette was a white mage healer, and Lalai is a black mage. So kind of counterbalance here, but I kind of like it. Lalai will be joining the proceedings a touch late, you say. That is most unlike her, to say the least. She has entrusted her records to you? Very well. With any luck, we will be able to use them to our advantage. Now allow me to see them. The proprietress will be here all too soon. Lalai has not even the courtesy to arrive on time to the hearing she herself requested. I swear the woman's selfishness knows no bounds. I move that her request be dismissed immediately. It is for her own good. Her own good. Yes, it is I suspected. You speak from your own experience, don't you, child? I recall that you too once took an unpopular position in support of your erstwhile master Mumuupo, one that earned you only the ire of your brothers and sisters. Yes, and what of it? I fought for a hopeless cause that in the end served only to isolate me from my peers. Is it so wrong that I wish to save Lalai from a similar fate? She must abandon this farce at once and return to her rightful place in the Order. To this, I cannot agree. In the short time before these proceedings, I perused what I could of these tomes. In their pages are read not only forbidden secrets of black magic, but accounts of astonishing phenomena the likes of which even I could scarcely imagine. Lalai has conducted her research without the support or interference of the Order, and the fruits of that research has borne cannot be derided. While our guide could not support 1,000 others like her, I see little to gain from stifling one woman's passion and forcing her to work within such rigid rules and regulations. The merits of both arguments are not lost on me, and yet I must confess a degree of ignorance about the matter at hand. All I know that black magic was forbidden for the role in bringing disaster to our world. And yet you still practice this art. Tell me, adventurer, is this magic as calamitous as the rumors say? It depends on who wields it, and to what end. If I understand you correctly, you would argue that in the right hands, even the art of destruction might serve the greater good. And yet, how are we to be certain that this Sister Lalai can be trusted with such potentially ruinous knowledge? My apologies, proprietress. By your leave, I would tell my tale. Black magic is inherently dangerous art. This I cannot and will not deny. Never would I suggest that even a single mage pursue this path without full knowledge of the path that lie ahead. That is precisely why I've recorded in painstaking detail not only the arcane knowledge I have gleaned, but every last one of the meodic phenomena, both wondrous and terrifying, I've experienced in its pursuit. Unbreakable bonds form with beastmen we once thought our sworn enemy, bodies and souls consumed by the pursuit of forbidden knowledge, an unspeakable calamity revisit upon our world after millennia. We must leave this knowledge to prosperity, that our sons and daughters do not repeat the mistakes of our past. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. That is the crux of your argument, yes? Very well, Master Kokobuki. I hereby order you establish a research organization under the auspices of your guild to further study of the impact of black magic. I also grant you permission to store the aforementioned tomes in your archives, under the condition that Sister Lalai oversees them. Understood. I will see that both the tomes and Lalai herself find a safe home within our halls. I am still not entirely convinced. If the Guildmaster himself is willing to accept responsibility, I have no reason to oppose. Proprietress Dulala, Master Kukubuki, I cannot thank you enough. Mark my words, you will not regret this decision. I will see to it that this knowledge is passed down as it should be, that the errors of our past never be repeated. Well, happy ending. To think the day would come that our art would be recognized once more. Well, I do believe the proceedings went about as well as could be expected. I suppose this means that Lalai is now directly under my supervision. Don't think you'll be getting free rein from around here simply because I vouch for you, child. I expect regular reports or any and all of your findings. Only through transparency will black magic ever be accepted by doubters and skeptics. Understood. I shall begin to prepare my first report at once, but before that there is another with whom I'd like to share these tidings. That is, by your leave, Guildmaster? I believe you know well of whom I speak. He awaits us at the Sacrisseum. Come along, Claire. I'm relieved to see the girl's etheric balance restored. I suppose it was one of your companions who aided in this, yes? Oh, well, that was quick. You know, if they had just waited another day, then they probably wouldn't have had to go through all that. One thing I will say for Lalai, she is passionate about her beliefs. Worry not, I will see that she is treated fairly by her brothers and sisters. Great, let's head back, talk to Lalai once more. And was it really necessary to make her ethereal balance kind of off whack? Like, just before this whole hearing? I mean, was that really necessary? If she just waited like another day or so, and after she received proper treatment, then she wouldn't have had to worry about being on time or anything. I don't know. Lalai has already shared the good news with me. Well, I could not be happier for the both of you. Sure. And so you see, I simply thought that, well, whatever is the matter, Lalai, this is your moment of triumph. I would expect you to be more triumphant. Of course I am. It is simply that, well, clearly I did not accomplish this on my own, so, Claire of the Black, and yes, you as well, Salanelha, you have my deepest gratitude. Well, I dare say this has been a momentous day in more ways than one. Once again, Lalai, my congratulations, and you are most welcome. And with that, I shall be on my way. When next we meet, I would introduce my colleagues from Stillglane fame. Now that you are no longer a pariah, I suppose they would not be averse to exchanging knowledge with you. And just when I was beginning to take a liking to that dolt. At any rate, though my official position may have changed, my mission remains the same. I will do all in my power to preserve our art for future generations. Pray continue to lend me your aid, Claire of the Black. Wow, that was quick. And back in black. Okay. We got a brand new title. What's the brand new title? Where is it? Of Stranger Shadow. Okay, so that's going to be our new title. Claire Fay of the Black, the very founder of our ancient art, has entrusted you with carrying on her legacy. I'm proud to say that you, if anyone, are surely up to the task. If there are aught I can do to aid you, you need but say the word. How fare you of late? While I cannot say I enjoy having to file these excruciatingly detailed reports to Master Kukubuki, it is indeed most liberating to be able to continue my arcane pursuits with the full blessing and support of the Order. To think the day would come when I could pursue the myriads of tomes archived in the sorcery in broad daylight. Needless to say, there's truly virtually boundless knowledge that may be reaped from this. By comparing my own findings to those of Master Kukuruka, I might learn much of how our art has changed and evolved as it was passed down through the years, and perhaps even unearth and revive aspects of that which have been lost to time. I see Yayake muttering and mumbling to herself each time I walk past her on my way to the archives, but I say, let her mutter. I've never let the worries of smaller minds get in the way of my research, and I do not intend to start now. Good for you! Okay, I think that I'll pay a visit to the others real quick just to see if they have anything else to say. And we'll wrap up the story here. And if memory serves me correctly, I'm almost done with all of my job quests. So, yeah, so I finished the tanking. I still have astrologing from healer, but I think I finished all the DPS. There are some within the Order who were less than pleased with Sister Lalai's reinstatement, but Proprietress Dulala has spoken, and none would dare to question her judgment. Will she be truly accepted by her peers? That depends on how she conducts herself from here on. Let it suffice to say that I, for one, will be watching her very closely. Yeah, I can tell they're gonna be great friends someday. Your powers have grown considerably clear. Yeah, so they don't change what they say, but how about you? I can feel the etheric energies within you burgeoning to nigh inconceivable heights. I can only imagine the immense destructive powers you must now possess. But I trust you have put them to proper use to overcome the great obstacles in your path. Having plunged deeper and deeper into the abyss, one might say that your very existence is the embodiment of shadow itself. Oh, buddy, you have no idea. Lalai continues her pursuit of arcane knowledge with all the prudence and discretion of a charging bull. Why, at times she even reminds me of Kokobushi when he was inconveniently possessed. Why, they say that just the other day she attempted to take a forbidden tome housing a most terrible void sent from the shelves. Yake wouldn't let me hear the end of it. I've warned her time and again that she must follow proper protocol if she wishes to stay in the good graces of the Order. But the girl seems ill-inclined to acquiescence. I do not want to see her ruin all that she has accomplished, so I will do what I can to help her see the light. Good luck with that, buddy. Anyway, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed these quick little Black Mage quests. Once again, I really didn't see too much of a point to this one, but hey, I'll take it anyway. So join me next time for the next quest, and have a good rest of your day. Bye!